Tolsy, back at it again. We've done this a few years now. Have you taken any time to reflect on sort of the past couple of years and the journey that's been?
Not really. I think the hardest thing to do as a coach is stop. Look, the break was good. Spend time with the family and the kids and all that, but your job pretty much never ends, especially after the year we had, got in the finals, disappointed to lose to Oakley the way we did. But for me, it was just about, all right, what do we do? We regroup. And I've always found that the third year is always the toughest year at a club. You're juggling boys that have been at the club for a while, helped you get to where we are right now. And then you're also trying to strengthen the squad each year, and that way you're progressing as well. So that's always the hardest thing to do, is find that balance. And it's been a tough pre-season, but I think the boys are itching to get started this Sunday, so can't wait.
Looking back on last year, I think we sat here last year and you didn't want to put a bar on anything. So how do you reflect on last season in particular and having that milestone of making finals, and how does that kind of impact expectations and setting a benchmark for this year?
Yeah, look, it does, because we know what we need to do to get to that level. It's super important that we continue, and we don't set a bar, but internally we know what we want to try and achieve. And again, no different to last year, we want to be playing finals. Now that we had a taste of it, we know what to do and what to expect, but we also know that there's a lot of quality teams that are finished outside the six last year that have recruited well, strengthened. So we need to be on our toes, and we're a team that people are going to be coming after, and the teams that have been promoted this year as well, with Preston and Melbourne Victory. So this competition's got a lot stronger, we've got to be ready to go from day one.
Round one coming up this week. How's the preparation been over the pre-season?
Yeah, it's been good. We've brought in a couple of players late, which is never easy, but the rest of the squad's has been fantastic. We've had some minor injuries here and there, but preparation's been good. A couple of different training venues has probably made it the hardest that we've had so far this year, but we wanted to do that to give the ground a chance to recoup. And by the end of the last year, it didn't look the greatest, so we're hoping that is rectified, and council and everyone's jumped on board to try and help that.
What do you make of the squad as a whole leading up?
I think the squad's stronger, especially in certain areas. We really strengthened, especially the last couple of weeks. Losing some players that have been at the club for a long time is never easy to replace, with Brady Quinn, Damien Iconis, some of the boys that we lost, John Hall in goals. So look, the boys we brought in, I think, are going to be what we need to strengthen the squad, and have settled in really well. So it's really exciting.
Can you take me through some of the new signings that you brought in?
Yeah, so obviously Piers Clark, Corey Sewell have come in. We've also brought in Nathan Hancock, who's come in late. Gaku Aniba, a Japanese player that also has come in late. Diogo Cuba, Jordan Gazim. Some of these younger boys that have come in. Look, Diogo's been playing NPL all last season with Moreland City. Still 22, so bringing players that have played senior football at that age is fantastic. And Jordan, I think, played about 12 games last year with Port Melbourne. Another exciting talent that we brought in is Taylor. I think he's coming off a serious knee injury that he sustained while he was overseas, but to have him as part of the squad and get doing his rehab and return to play with the team has been great. His attitude's really good. He's got some experience at A-League clubs, but for me, I think he's a little bit of a smoky. Once he gets himself right, and he's been doing a lot of work with Brad Plant, who had a clean-out surgery, and he's now starting to return to full fitness. Having him and Planty, to support Kenny up top is going to be massive for us. And yeah, we look forward to it, because he's shown some really good glimpses in pre-season so far. So some of those boys that we've brought in are going to be really exciting. It's going to add strength and depth to our squad. Mustafa Yaqub as well, another exciting player. It's got X Factor. Jamie Latham, energizer. The squad, his work rate, his second effort's amazing, and just a bit more experience as well through the squad is what we've brought in, with the likes of what we had last year as well. So it's exciting, it's good. It's hopefully they gel nice and quick, but we've done everything we can to get them ready for round one, and they've given me some headaches to be able to pick the squad.
We'll ask you about Planty as well. Is he almost like a new signing this year, given how much he missed last year?
Yeah, he will be. Look, he made an impact in the last 7 games that he played off the bench. The important goal he scored against South. But Planty just brings that energy as well into the team, and his experience as well. A quality player that we know. But for me, if we can get him right as well, I think we're just going to be even stronger in that final third. It's a different avenue to goal. No, obviously, we lost Damien Iconis. I think Planty can fill his shoes and hopefully he can bag a few this season as well.
It's a trend that you sort of saw last year with some of the signings, a conscious effort to bring in youth. Is that something that you've done on purpose?
Yeah, we have, because we know, the league's structure might change next year with homegrown players and where we're at. Look, we've elevated Ryan Crasto, Jakey Noble. They're two boys that got game time last year. Now they're full time in the senior setup, which is great. So we know that we have to obviously keep developing from within, and our juniors have done extremely well the last couple of years, and our 23s finishing second or third last year. It just puts more pressure on me to be able to give these kids an opportunity. But there's some really good talent coming through. Our 19s is an exciting squad as well. The new format with them following the senior setup, which is going to be amazing as well. So look, I think we've got a good balance and a good mix. But again, on paper, everything looks great. Hopefully we can do it on the park.
Is there anyone that's caught your eye during pre-season in particular?
In regards to our squad?
Yeah.
Look, I think Matthew Murram, he's been an amazing player that we've brought in, a goalkeeper who's pushed Piers Clark big time. I think he's got something about him that he's going to really make Piers work for his spot for me. I think the way he goes about it, his attitude, his professionalism, and again, he's only 22, but he's got so much upside and uplift, so we're pretty excited with him. I guess the main thing for me has been the way the boys have integrated. I think that's been the most pleasing out of everything that I've seen. That change room is, where we left off last year, so that's very hard to do. As long as that change room stays the way it is, I think we'll have a really strong season.
What excites you most about this season?
Testing ourselves even more, knowing that teams will respect us a little bit more because of how we played last year and where we finished. So we know that we're going to have tough times at every venue that we go to, but more importantly, just trying to cement a fortress here if we can, because last year we let that slip a little bit and we probably could have finished a bit higher if we got some better results at home. But we know that we've got to pay every team respect, because every team's got players that can really punish you. So for me, it's just seeing how we match it with some of those boys again this year will be pretty exciting.
Thanks for your time and best of luck for round one, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.